But the concept that Christian persecution is a fait accompli, I think, is not true. Story. There was a cardinal in America. He was the Cardinal of the Archdiocese of Chicago. Maybe you heard of him. His name was Cardinal Francis George. He said about himself, "I will die peacefully in my bed, but my successor will die in prison, and his successor will die in the public square as a martyr." Well, good news for us. We're now at least 20 years after that quote was uttered, and as it turns out, I have some good news. The Archbishop, or the Cardinal Francis George, he did indeed die peacefully in his bed in April of 2015. And so that means he has had a successor now for 10 years. So we can kind of start to see, was this a prophetic kind of quote about the future of Christian persecution? Well, from what I can tell, his successor, whose name is Blaise Cupich, is perfectly fine. He has not been threatened with imprisonment, a subpoena, as far as I can tell. Doesn't look like he is going to face any persecution or prosecution at all. In fact, his successor is in something of a controversy these days because he's pretty tight with the governing authorities. In fact, he attended a celebratory dinner of a longtime senator, I won't say his name, and the Catholic Church really heaped praise upon this senator for his stance on immigration. You might know the Catholic Church is very pro kind of open immigration and that sort of thing, and this senator championed that, so they were honoring him. Well, as it turns out, this senator is also one of the biggest defenders of abortion that the American Senate has ever had. It made a lot of conservative Catholics quite angry, so they wrote this Cardinal of Chicago a lot of letters and said, "How could you do this? It's a betrayal of our Catholic faith." And he wrote, you can read it for yourself, it's on the website, wrote back a response, "Well, yes, abortion is awfully important, but golly gee, this other thing is really important too, and we're doing the best we can." And my point is that the current Cardinal of Chicago, good news, is in no danger of dying in prison. He's in pretty tight with the governing authorities, actually. And yet, while he was alive, his predecessor, he gained tremendous prestige by offering this prediction about the future of the church, which was quite bleak, right? That his successor would die in prison and his successor would die as a martyr in the public square.